Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be going over what I eat in a day, and I'm going to also be showing you how I make one of my Wisdom Ninja Creamies. So first we're going to start with breakfast. So I'm going to start off with one of these Oikos yogurts, and they're 15 grams of protein, 0 added sugar, 0 fat, 0 artificial sweeteners. These things are really good to start off your day. I'm actually going to put some fresh blueberries on them and call that breakfast. So because I have a really busy day today, I actually got up early. I cooked some lean ground turkey. I added some taco seasoning to it. I put a salad together. I've got it all ready with some beautiful cabbage and some cilantro and red onions. It's all been cleaned and washed so that later today I'm going to add some olives. I've got some little olives here. I'm going to add some cucumbers, some fresh tomatoes, my taco meat, some fat-free sour cream, some salsa, and we're going to have dinner all made. It's going to take like 5 minutes to throw it together. So this is going to be my dinner tonight, and like I said, I prepped ahead so that I could make sure it was all done and ready tonight with no worry and no fuss. So the next thing I want to do is I also want to prep my Ninja Creamy for the next couple of days. Now, I'm going to use a creamy recipe that I got off the Trim Healthy Mama website. This is some of their free wisdom recipes that they put together. This is their basic Ninja Creamy recipe. It shows other things you can add to it. It's just a vanilla and a chocolate. So I'm going to put those together, and I'm going to show you a little tweak I do on mine. Instead of putting in the protein powder, I'm going to use some fat-free cottage cheese. So let me show you how I do that. Now, because I put in the cottage cheese, I always put my Ninja Creamy mixture through a blender because I just want to make sure I blend up the cottage cheese. So let me show you how I make this. It's super simple, and I get these done ahead of time. I freeze 3 or 4 of them, and then I don't have to think about it throughout the week. I have a great snack at night. So this is our blender right here. We're going to start off by adding 10 ounces of almond milk. And I have a little measuring thing right on my blender, so it makes it really easy. And normally this calls for whey protein. It calls for 4 tablespoons of whey protein, so I put in 1 large heaping tablespoon of fat-free cottage cheese. Actually, I'll probably put 2 in because I am going to split this with my husband. I want to make sure that we get enough protein from our creamy. There you go. Then we're going to put a dash of vanilla. We're going to put a pinch of mineral salt. And then we're also going to be putting some sweetener in. Now, Trim Healthy Mama has a sweetener called Gentle Sweet. As most of you know, I prefer monk fruit. So I actually don't have much of that left, so I'm going to put that in. Now, I've got some fresh European plums off my tree, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and put those in as well. Now, if you wanted to put raisins or you wanted to put, you know, nuts or whatever it is you want to put in your creamy, this is just the basic recipe. This is kind of just the basic recipe for the creamy. So I'm going to be putting in, I think, 2 plums. I think each of us can have a plum. Look how beautiful and purple these plums are. These are just, I can't even describe to you how good these plums are. I'm not a big plum fan, but I love the plums off my tree. They're those gorgeous European plums. They're super sweet. They're wonderful to cook with. These actually make a pie that's very similar to like a blackberry pie. They're just, I just love them. I actually freeze them, so I have them throughout the year. All right, I'm just gonna put the lid on this and give it a good stir. Now the amount in this container actually makes 1 creamy. This is the best recipe. So I just pour it into this container, You can see it goes right up to the fill line. I'm just gonna cover it with a lid, and this needs to freeze for 24 hours. So I have some already made. I think I have a peach one left. Maybe I have chocolate, I don't know. But tonight we'll be having one of the frozen ones, and then probably tomorrow night or the night after we'll have this delicious plum one. Now this is one of my favorite appliances that I own. And I'll be honest with you, I use it almost every night. So let me show you how simple this is to make a Ninja Creamy. So this is my Ninja Creamy machine. Now this is a wonderful, wonderful product. If you like ice cream, sorbets, gelatos, frozen yogurt, if you like those, you know, kind of those Frappuccino type products, frozen drinks, slushies, milkshakes, Italian ice, this machine does it all, and it is so simple to use. So I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to use this creamy machine. Now I have a pre-frozen ice cream product here. I make these myself about every 4 or 5 days. Now this particular model that I got came with 4 of these containers. They all have a different color lid. And I actually opted to buy 4 more because I make these all the time. My husband and I split one. This honestly is, in my opinion, it's better than a Haagen-Dazs ice cream. These are just fabulous. So all you do is take the lid off of your frozen product. It's gonna look like this. And what I do is I add a little bit of milk, almond milk, cream, whatever you like. I'd say probably 2 or 3 tablespoons, and I'm just put that in, and it seems to help it mix up a little bit better while it's going through the process. So there's a little button down here. You just press the button and pull this piece out, and all you're gonna do is open it up. There's a latch here on the top of it. When the machine is on, this latch comes down, twirls around, and somehow it makes this amazing product. So we're gonna add our ice cream mixture. We're gonna put the lid back on, and you just slide it into the machine and make sure it's on. And all you wanna do is pull it up to the right till it locks. Now this is a full size creamy, so I'm gonna hit full. And then you pick whatever it is you want. If you want a milkshake, an ice cream, I usually opt for the light ice cream. You just turn the button and push. All right, so now we're gonna take our ice cream out. It's been 4 minutes. And as you can see, it's almost done, but it looks like it still needs a little bit of mix in the middle. So all I do at this point is I add a little bit more milk, usually about a tablespoon or 2. I just want to get that kind of moist in the middle. Put the lid back on. Lock it in place. Again, it's a full size. And all I'm going to do here is hit the respin. Now, if I were going to mix in Reese's or chocolate or something, I'd hit the mix in button. I'm just going to hit respin. Okay, are you ready to see why they call it a creamy machine? We're just going to take it out. I turn off the machine. Take it out. Look at that. This is actually on my diet. I'm on a specific diet right now, and look at this. This is a chocolate peanut butter. Is that creamy or what? And it tastes, I'm not exaggerating. Look at this thing. It is so creamy. This is like the best ice cream. You can make it as healthy or as decadent as you like. I'm actually going to try it for you. All right, let's give this ice cream a try. So let's say I've eaten half of it and I'd like to save it. You know how ice cream gets all hard in the freezer? Well, all you do is put the lid back on, and when you take this out next time, you just run it through the machine. And it's just like when you made it the first time. All these different pieces can be put through the dishwasher. It's super easy to clean. When I'm done with the container, I usually fill this up with warm water. I stick it back in and I blend it through to make sure that I clean that top piece. So thanks for watching my channel today. I hope you enjoyed this video on what I eat in a day. I've lost almost 63 pounds. I'm getting there. I lost another half a pound this morning. So this is a sample of what I eat in a day. One of the things that helps me the most is prepping ahead of time and making sure that I'm not grabbing, potato chips, candy bars, because I haven't prepared meals or, getting takeout or that kind of thing. So I hope this is helpful. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.